Nobody knows, nobody sees, and nobody knows but me. Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a place where I show you the easiest way I know how to play your favorite old country classic songs. Today I'd like to show you a song written by Danny Dill and Mary John Wilkin. It was recorded in 1959, first recorded by Lefty Frizzell in 59. Later on, Johnny Cash, which is probably my most listened to version of The Long Black Veil. It's relatively easy, 3 chords and the truth. I play it in the key of D. Outside of this video, you're welcome to play in whatever key that suits your voice. So you're not straining either way. You know, you're not trying to go too low or too high. Whatever's most comfortable. And then what happens when you play it in that most comfortable key, it'll sound the best suited for your voice. The song has 3 verses, 2 at the beginning, then a chorus, then another verse, and 2 choruses to end. There's no solo. So we'll play a little bit of an intro at the beginning in a D, and then go down to an A and back to a D. So let's start the first verse, beginning in a D chord. 10 years ago, on a cold, dark night, A, someone was killed. G, neath the town's back to D. There were few at the scene, but they all agree. A, the slayer who ran. G, looked a lot back to D. And that's the end of the first verse. So let's do that again with different lyrics for verse 2 in the D chord. The judge said, son, what is your alibi? A, you were somewhere else. G, then you won't have to back to D. But I spoke not a word, though it meant my life. A, for I had been in the arms, ready for G, of my best back to D wife. Nice. So there's the first 2 verses. It's a short song, relatively simple. Now we'll go right into the chorus and into a G when the chorus begins. She, G, walks these back to D hills. Back to G again, in a long black and D veil. And G again, she visits my D grave. When the G, night, winds, and D wail. Nobody knows. G, nobody D sees. G, nobody, here's the one A that's in the chorus, knows, but back to D. There's the chorus. So what you can see and feel is that the chorus is mostly a D to G back to D, and quickly. Quick changes. Something that may help if you're new to chords and you're just getting the hang of playing a D maybe, or a hang of playing a G, or both, is just to sit, maybe when you're watching TV or reading a book or whatever, just chatting, just silently sit with the guitar and make those changes. And I know it gets, if you're new to, I know that your fingers get calloused and sore and painful. That will go away. But mine still get sore if I play too long. And they still get bumps and grooves in them, and they're very calloused. It's a blessing and a curse. So anyway, the chorus goes D to G quite quickly and often. So that's a way that you can practice that. And you'll notice the verses are mostly D to A. And that's the difference in this song, I find. So you can just practice going from a D to A, D to A, and A back to D, A to D, D to G, D to G, G to D, G to D. And that doesn't come quickly. That's something that takes a while to get used to and learn. But once you have it, it's very much like riding a bike. So let's begin the third verse in a D, very much like the first and second with different lyrics. In a D, the D full was high, and eternity near. A, she stood in the crowd. G, shed not back to D, but sometimes at night, when the cold winds moan, A, in a long black veil, G, she cries quickly back to D. She, and into the chorus. So let's do that. Into the chorus, she, and it begins in a G, remember? She, G, these quickly to D, and quickly to G again, long back to D. She, G, visits my back to D, when the G cold winds back to D again. Nobody knows G, nobody back to D, G, nobody, and here's that one A, knows, but, and I like to stop there and just do one strum. Nobody knows, but back to D. I like to add a second chorus because the song is so short. So we'll add another chorus at the end. And remember, the chorus begins in a G. She, G, walks these D hills. G, in a long black D veil. G, she visits my D grave, when the night, G, night winds back to D wail. Nobody knows G, nobody back to D, G, Nobody, here's that one A, knows but back to D. So let's begin the entire song together, sped up a little bit, and with a short little intro too. Thanks for viewing today. I hope you had a good time, and good luck with Long Black Veil. 10 years ago, on a cold dark night, someone was killed beneath the town's hall light. There were few at the scene, and they all agreed the slayer who ran looked a lot like me. The judge said, "Son, what is your alibi? If you were somewhere else, you won't have to die." I spoke not a word, though it meant my life, for I had been in the arms of my best friend's wife. Now she walks these hills in a long black veil. She visits my grave, the night winds wail. Nobody knows, nobody sees, and nobody knows but me. The scaffold was high, and eternity near. She stood in the crowd, shed not a tear. But sometimes at night, when the cold wind moans in a long black veil, she cries over my bones. And she walks these hills in a long black veil. She visits my grave when the night winds wail. Nobody knows, and nobody sees, nobody knows but me. She walks these hills in a long black veil. She visits my grave when the night winds wail. Nobody knows, nobody sees, and nobody knows but me.